So the Minerva Punjab Academy is quite well known for the talent it scouts and develops. What are the key metrics that need to be focused on to ensure that budding talent that come to the academy go on to translate the early promise into greater success over the long term in their careers?
Thank you so much for first having me here and to be on this August panel, especially with Aditya, who have been really working, like he's been saying that he's been going there and doing this exactly. This is the first time the Punjab Sports Department has actually done that, and the results will follow. So it's never with sports, you got to understand that it's never, no matter what sports, it's never overnight magic. You have to, it's like a plant, you plant the seeds, and it depends on how well you take care of the plant, you'll get the kind of fruits you deserve. So that this is a start, so this is a very good start. I would say, because my game, what I'm focusing on is football, and in India, especially for the last 40, 50 years, there's been a huge downfall. Now, so there's no set standard for what boys were supposed to do. And like Aditya has done it for Punjab, we looked at world's best practices. Because again, sports is sports because it's not rocket science. And you don't need to be a rocket scientist to understand what it takes to succeed. We need to be providing, first of all, a safe environment for kids and a world-class infrastructure along with world-class facilities and coaches. And like you said, the athlete support system has to be fantastic. So when, like Aditya was saying, in his time or my time before that, there was nothing known as a support system. You were out there on your own. And unfortunately for the kids at the grassroots level, it's still the same. See, you win an Olympic medal, you win or a Commonwealth Games or whatever, Asian Games, or you do very well in some sports. Support system will come automatically there. So they are not the ones who need the support system because they've got there, okay, and they will manage because they've got to the top level. Where you need to have an athlete support system is right at the grassroots. And unless you provide world-class facilities, not to the world-class athletes, to the grassroots, you will never have world-class athletes.
I also have a follow-up question for you. All of us are aware that you are heavily invested in youth sports, and your sides have also won top honors in international tournaments. I'd like to hear from you, what role does exposure to such global events play in the development of young players? Sometimes it could be motivating, sometimes it could be overwhelming. So what is the role of exposure to global events at a fairly early stage in the lives of an athlete?
I think it's huge. That's a very pertinent question because, again, when we keep on talking of exposure and friendlies and tours, it's already for established athletes so that they can probably improve that 0.0001%. You give the same exposure tour to 10, 11, 12, 13-year-old kids, their improvement is not 0.01%, their improvement is 10, 20, 30%. Because that's how much kids' exposure towards or getting the right exposure at the age means to them. Like there was a gentleman here, Gurbir sir, who talked in the last panel and said a question, not a question, just a comment that you've got to make them believe from day one and only put them into the sport where you know they're going to be winners. It all comes, 90% of all sports is here. So the difference between world-class athletes, people think it's genes, it's not. It's here. Unless your mind believes no matter what you do, you cannot do it. It has to start with here. So with our boys, because we saw that no one's doing it, we took it on ourselves that India is going to get to the World Cup in 2034. And when I say that, I don't have a doubt, even one single doubt in my mind, we're going to get there. Despite and in spite of our state associations and our federations, we're still going to get there. So the plan cannot be that, okay, we'll get there if AIFF supports us, SAI supports us, India supports us. No, your plan has to be like Dr. Bhattacharjee was saying, plan A. Plan A has to work. That means these guys have to be winners from the age of 12 and 13 and 14. How do we do that? So our plan was to take these boys every single year from the age of under 11 to all the way to 17 and play them against the best kids of their age in the world. So like you said, yes, sometimes it's a learning experience. till now it's always been a winning experience. From day one, we took them to the under-12 tournament in India. No one knows about it. No one talks about it. We beat Barcelona 5-0. And we drew with Man City. And they're under-12s. So it again comes with the belief. In fact, my experience in the last panel here, Dr. Bhattacharya was sitting here. So again, if Abhinav, even for 1 second, this man had let him doubt that, because see, it was so easy to doubt. There was no Indian gold medalist. One day before, I don't know if he remembers this, one day before I was actually working for Dr. Bindra then as a business development manager. So one day before the Olympics happened, we were supposed to do an ardas in Sector 8 Gurdwara. And I got, with his consultation, we got a flex made. Please come and pray for India's first Olympic gold medalist. Your prayers are going to make it work. And you will be part of history because your prayers made it work. We actually put the flex up, and the next day he actually won. So it's now saying it, it looks like, oh my God. But imagine, no Indian had won an Olympic gold medal before. And that comes from the entire system belief of his father, him putting it in his mind, you have to win the Olympic gold medal. There's nothing less for you. Same with these boys. We have to get to the World Cup. And not just get to the World Cup, we're going to do very well there. Why? Because this year, the same boys went and beat Brazil 3-1 in the final of the Under-14 World Championship. And we were world champions in Sweden. Again, no support from any system, government, AIFF, federation, but belief.
Please let us know whatever you think of even at a later stage.
I would say, see, I just saw, and I picked this up the moment I saw this magazine. Growing up, this had a lot of meaning and memories to me because this was the only sports magazine available in our country, and it was a really good one. It still is. In fact, because of my journey with football, I've been very fortunate enough to also have developed a close friendship with Rohit and Rohit Ramesh, who's obviously, as you know. Now, with him, I think he picked up and wanted to do all this because of Sportstar, because of the sports genes which were instilled by this magazine. In fact, I would say Sportstar would do a great job by not only sharing this white paper with the government, but also with everybody. It should be an open source document online, because this, the kind of minds and the experts you have sitting here, like even in the last panel, imagine if some young athlete who does not have this support system, but actually has a support system of an Olympic gold medalist psychologist or a Reliance psychologist or John Gloucester, one of the best physios I've ever seen. So that is the knowledge bank which you guys have created, and it's coming from people who have done it and been there. So I think it would be great if you actually put it up, because I would learn so much from it.
Thank you. That's a lovely insight. Thank you.
Be that, in fact, is revival of sports. So Aditya, I don't know, and sir, this is for everyone, because all the Punjabis will understand what I mean. It's again like parents control whether you're going to be a sports person or not. And if you're going to go for a game where the future is, just suppose earlier it used to be that 10 people in the Indian cricket team were earning good money, everybody else was just a journeyman. Then it became all the Ranji guys were earning money and everybody else. Now it's the under-19s, under-16s making good enough of money. So any parent who's being asked, should I send him to IIT or should I make him an IPL cricketer? It's a bloody equal choice. And in fact, going towards the IPL side. And when sports does that, that means it makes parents think that yes, this kid, if I focus on this, it can do it now. We've got new appointments in the level of PPS officers or PCS officers for sports winners. So imagine the kid can either say, okay, I'm going to study really, really hard and I'm going to pass these exams and I'm going to go into the state civil services, or I'll do really well in sports and I'll end up there. So it's an avenue now, you've got jobs with it. And that is security, which a sportsman has always been looking for, which has never been available and not available for the last 20, 30 years. Earlier there was there, and now it's come back. Now you'll see great revival in all the sports, especially Come on, guys. Haryana has not done well because they have better genes than us. They are part of us. They're exactly the same. They have done well because their policies were better. And that's all we needed to change. Now our policies compare to theirs. And you'll see the revival of sports again in Punjab.
Yeah.
So I have this for Ranjit. I mean, obviously we have two clubs from Punjab, one playing in the ISL and one playing in the I-League as well. But if we look at both the constituents of both clubs, there are a lot of players who are from the northeastern parts of the country. But Punjab has also had a very, very rich tradition of football. I mean, do you think that tradition of football is slowing, dying in the state? Or, I mean, what do you think is the future of football, of Punjabi players again coming to the forefront?
Very, very good question, especially being in Punjab. And I think this is great that you asked me this. See, when I played football for India, under 19, and after that, when I was 18, 19, played Santosh Trophy, played Nationals. And at that time, JCT had shut down. And for all footballers, it was bleak. And when I say there was no opportunity for us, if a boy from Punjab had to go and play football, he had to either go to Calcutta or to Goa or to other states, not anywhere. And when I say other state, means at least 2,000 kilometers away, because Jammu, Kashmir, Himachal, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, nobody had football. That's what the aim of Minerva was. And we started as Minerva Punjab, which is now Punjab FC in the ISL, which is my ex-club. And then I restarted Minerva Academy as well, and now as Delhi FC in the I-League. For every one boy who was produced then, for every one boy who used to play for India, even at that time in 90s and 2000, there were 2-3 boys playing in the Indian team all the time, Punjabis. In every I-League team or ISL team, you'll find 2-3 Punjabi boys. So that is in spite and despite of the system. So imagine if we had great facilities right here. Now we do. When I started off, and I'm talking about 2017, 16, 17, there was no club or no academy in Punjab. Zero. Right now, there are 8 residential academies in Punjab, and there's a Punjab League 1, League 2, League 3. There's a women's league. There is under 14, under 17 league. So suddenly, it's come back. And like you said, our best results as an Indian team have come with Inder Singh, Jarnail Singh. It's come with Sukhi sir as our coach. And the last time, we thought Punjab can never do it again. JCT won the I-League against Mohun Bagan, East Bengal in 1990 something. 21 years after that, Minerva Academy did it again. And we beat Mohun Bagan and East Bengal. At that was time they were playing there. And it was just fact. At that time, we had 30% of our team. Imagine if we actually have academies and we start putting these, because people keep on saying Indians lack physicality. Oh my God, Punjabis don't. So we really need Indian football to start doing well here.
Thank you very much.